Hello my friends, I'm Duchess and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been 9 months since I last posted a video. I posted one about wanting to be active again about maybe 6 months ago, but I ended up taking it down when I realized I couldn't keep up and do what I said I wanted, which was to post more frequently. Yeah. You probably wondered if I died or something, but don't worry, I'm doing fine, clearly. Last year I had a lot going on and I felt really overwhelmed with school, work, and Webtoon. I mentioned this in some of my previous videos, but I've been really struggling to juggle all of the things that I was always so great at doing. So I've been a bit down and didn't have motivation to continue posting every week and working on my Webtoon. It's been the longest hiatus ever. Before disappearing on you guys, I had decided to reboot my Webtoon, The Unexpected Enchantress, and I was working really hard. I even decided to invest in ClipStudio Paint, the ultimate program for comic creating. I spent 2 months working on learning and understanding the program as I was remaking my Webtoon, and things were going really well until they weren't. I suddenly lost all motivation. I can't express how disappointing and almost scary it was to feel so depleted and like I wanted nothing to do with Webtoon. Actually. Webtoon has been a big part of my life for years now. And I've been working on my own Webtoon since I was 15 or 16. And I've been able to keep working on it for 5 years already. So I've been having a really hard time letting it go, but I ultimately decided to leave it in the past. You might know some artists who are dedicated to their Webtoons, and one day, despite having so many readers or just a few readers, they decide not to continue the series. For example, I just found out that No Sleep Are We, who is the creator of I'm Dating a Psychopath, they were working on a series called What Could Have Been, and discontinued the story because they said they were their own worst critics. It's hard to stay dedicated to a story that has so many factors that don't quite fit, and I did definitely try my best to fix it. I did so many things that I'm not even really going to get into because it's just so much, but I basically don't think there's anything else I can do for it. And since I put all of my effort into trying to fix it, I don't have any regrets about letting it go because I did as best as I could and there's nothing else to do. So yeah, I put my Webtoon aside for a few weeks because I thought I was going to get back to it. And I was just really thinking about what to do from here. Maybe it was best for me to move on and see if I can work on a new story. Maybe I just needed to do something different and less difficult. Something not so intense, not so dark, and definitely not as detailed. I started looking through all of my old sketchbooks like I always do when I want to feel re-inspired. I saw many drawings of unique, cute female characters I had drawn growing up and decided to sketch a high school boy and a high school girl walking home together from school. They were really cute. I liked the vibes I got from them and I thought, what if I gave these two a story? Now, why on earth would I enter the competition if I wasn't even motivated, right? Well, I thought that maybe entering the contest would give me motivation to work harder. I also thought that the last time I entered a contest was maybe 2019 or 2020. That was 5 years ago. I wanted to see if maybe I had improved a little bit since then. Well, obviously I've improved because it's been 5 years, but I mean, I wanted to really have it cemented that I had improved this much within 5 years from my first Webtoon to my current Webtoon. And that gave me the push that I needed to work on actually making a Webtoon for the first time in months. So I got to work creating the characters that I wanted, and when I made the script, I did it much more strategically than I did for my Webtoon, The Unexpected Enchantress. I'm not going to go into detail about how I did it, but let's just say I did a lot of research and I was basically just really organized, very straightforward, and I only put down things that really made sense and I didn't add a lot of like plot twists and other things. Sometimes simpler is better and less is more. Since then, I've been working really hard to meet the deadline for the Webtoon contest, which was on March 10th. March 10th. March 10th was the first day to submit our Webtoon entries, but I didn't want to release mine yet because I was feeling a bit hesitant. I'm not done with episodes 2 or 3 yet, but I do need to have all 3 episodes uploaded before May 15th, which is the last day that we can submit our work. So in case you didn't know, there is a Webtoon contest this year, and there are 4 contest categories, which are the most feels, most epic, most gripping, and most laughs. The grand prize pool is actually out of $1 million. The grand prize winner, like the first place person, wins $150,000. 3 genre winners win $100,000, and 12 genre finalists win $35,000, and then 24 runner-ups win $5,500 each. So it's at $1 million, and that's pretty amazing. 10 webtoons will be selected, or up to 10 webtoons will be selected from each category to go on to the next stage, and they'll have to make 2 additional episodes. I think the comedy genre will have to make 3 episodes extra. I don't really remember the details, but anyway, I think the winners are going to be announced by the end of the summer, but it'll definitely be a while because there's going to be thousands of contestants. And I don't think I really have any chance at winning, even getting like runner-up or anything, but I do hope that this experience will help me grow and just overall be better at making webtoons and maybe even get me new followers and readers. But I also want to try to do something that I haven't done before, which is to make a romance drama webtoon instead of doing a romance fantasy or a fantasy drama webtoon. Although I do love romantasy, I do think it does require a lot more work in terms of like dynamic poses and just a lot of other elements like story building, which I'm really not that great at. That's probably So I just wanted to give you guys all a little bit of an update on my life. It's kind of a huge update, but I've been gone for so long, so it was needed. I hope that this doesn't disappoint you guys too much, and I also hope that you guys will continue to support me on my journey. I also wanted to remind you guys that I do have Instagram, which I am much more active on. I try to post a story every day, and I'm on there pretty often. I'll leave the link in the description for you guys if you guys want to follow me and just get more regular updates. I don't post often, but I do post on my story, and I do usually respond to DMs within a day or 2, if not sooner. And since I'm no longer a Procreate Webtoon artist, I am thinking about uploading a ClipStudio Paint tutorial based off of my amateur knowledge, so let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. And one last thing before we end the video here, I did upload my Webtoon entry today, so please check it out, subscribe, leave a comment, and everything. I would appreciate it so much. I'm really proud of my work and how far I've come. I can see the difference, and I just hope that you guys see it and you guys like it too. That is all I have for you guys this week. If you guys enjoyed this week's video or learned something new, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get notified. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next week.